Ladies and gentlemen, going to click into the next game here. This is the Second Chance Tournament, Aligator92 versus musketeer925. Yes, that's 925. Going to be playing on the map Tassili at first, and then going to be going on some other maps as well. It's going to be a best of 3, so the first one to win 2 games is going to be the winner here, and we'll have to reset the score a little bit. So musketeer925, as you may know, is one of the developers on the ESOC website. He made quite a few features and designs and backend things for our site, so he does really help us out and helps us manage the site in terms of development and all the technical stuff. Really credits to him. Aligator92, I don't know so well, to be honest. I do know some guys who are called Alligator, but there are like so many people with each name, and that I don't really keep track of it that much, so I don't really know who he is. Looks like 200 wood start here for the players, an extra wood crate, so that's why Alligator going straight for a for a trading post here. Let's see, do I have sound, because I don't hear any Age Vampire sounds just yet. Oh yeah, there we have a bird humming, so looks like the sound should be fine. We do have Dutch versus Germany here. What I find really interesting is this map is very low on hunt. I mean, this is the second hunt, quite close by, right? Like this one. But the third one is already quite far, and I think with some forward base here in the center, or maybe on the side, something like here, a war hut or some kind of thing. It's very easy to contain your enemy, because of how the map works. Like, it's such a long stretched out map, and there's even a pond in the center, and if you can contain your enemy, then you can also really try to deny him any hunting. So that's definitely a good strategy on this map. So I wonder why both of these civs are going for a more standard civ, like the European civ, the Dutch and the Germany. On the other hand, Germany is quite good at raiding with their Uhlans, and Dutch isn't as hunt dependent as other European civs, because their villagers cost a coin and they've got the banks. So yeah, they should also be fine here. I think Musketeer is letting his starting hunt run away a little bit, and that's quite annoying, to be honest, because new villagers have to go there. But we do have a donation coming in. Martin donated 20, says thank you for casting. Thank you a lot for the $20 here. You're definitely helping us out a lot, and yeah, going to a good cause here, going for a special ESOC event. We've already raised a lot of money today, and I thank you a lot for it. The money is going directly to the tournaments, so nothing is going to the maintenance of the site, and we are not getting paid as casters or as developers. Even the ones who pay for the site are not getting any money from the donation, so this is going straight to the players and to the tournament. So thank you a lot for donating. Here we see him picking up this treasure. Musketeer was right there, but couldn't steal it in time, so that's a bit of a shame. Perhaps he was busy microing his villagers in his base. He's still, his hunts are a little bit far away from his town center, so he needs a little bit of walking time before he can get there, which is a bit awkward, I think, but should be fine. Looks like Scout has scouted out his hero here, and for not really doing so much. I hope he can scout around a little bit or stay near the enemy to scout him out. As we can see, Musketeer is aging at the same time as Alligator, and normally Dutch would age quite a lot faster than Germany. Dutch is one of the faster aging civilizations, so this is definitely yeah, an effect of the H1 plays and of this hunt running away and the lack of treasures for him, I feel. So that's a little bit awkward. Looks like sending a villager here forward to hunt a little bit. That's a very good choice, especially on this map, even another one. I really like that against Germany, because Germany is going to raid so much. he should be able to build a bank pretty soon. He's gathering all the resources for it. Even got 2 villagers on coin, so he can build a villager as soon as he's aced up. So yeah, that is happening right now. Let's take a quick look at the decks here. Quite a standard deck for Alligator. Nothing too special, I think. Let's see at Musketeer's deck. Also quite standard. 2 of the Amsterdam and Rotterdam cards. So that is a little bit something you don't see in most games. You don't see them being sent so often, only in the very late game. But the second and third age are really the most important things here. So 400 wood on the floor. So what's going to happen is going to be used for another bank probably, and it looks like they're also doing some market tax. Gang saw for Musketeer, so going to be chopping. Okay, that's quite interesting. Of course, Dutch can just send 700 wood. They also get 400 wood when aged up, so they shouldn't have to chop too much wood, but still sending gang saw for the wood gathering. Alligator going for hunting dogs and pleasure mines for his hunt, and mining gather speed, building some houses, also getting some good line of sight around his base. Envoy is here, so does scout out the 2 Ulans, but Alligator sees it and going to immediately pick off that Envoy. So that is a little bit of a loss. There we have Musketeer with a barracks. Let's see at the units that are in queue. Perhaps, yeah, he's going to be trading pikemen, so perhaps that is why he sent Gangsaw, or rather upgraded, did the upgrade of Gangsaw, because he wants to get some pikemen out, of course. A total of 7 Ulans going forward here. So Musketeer definitely needs to get his pikemen out right now and needs to get his villager back. Oh, there we have a very good pop of 3 pikemen right on top of the Ulans. So one of these Ulans already getting damaged here quite early on. And looks like he's going straight back with all the Ulan because of these 3 pikemen. He could have taken them out. On the other hand, he just plays it safe for now. I guess that is fine too. Adding in 2 more Ulan, 2 settler wagons going forward. Perhaps this is a mistake. Total of 5 settlers in. Okay, so I'm missing a lot of villagers being caught here by the Ulan, but the pikemen are also right on top of it. Looks like this is going to be a settler rush. This settler wagons going straight forward here, going to sit right on top of the mines. Okay, now going back. This is quite funny. Pikemen, Ulan killing another settler, but the pikemen keep chasing them. But the pikemen not being too effective here. Of course, they are nice to scare away the Ulan, but he's still losing quite a lot of settlers. I think a total of 3. Yeah. So already lost 3 villagers, maybe losing another one here. You should just split the pikemen a little bit and don't mine on this mine, but mine on the one right next to your town center, so you don't lose as many villagers, because now he's already lost 5 villagers, which is a little bit sloppy, I think. So yeah, pikemen still trying to chase away the Ulan here. Let's see what the plan is for Musketeer. Maybe he's just going to go H up at some point. Alligator sending 700 coins, so definitely going H up with that. Got a lot of villagers on foot, even got steel traps, so with the 700 coin can soon H up. Musketeer is also trying to get there. All his villagers on foot, so he will be a little bit behind with his gold income, so he should balance it out a little bit better if he if he wants to H up. Pikemen getting another few shots at the Ulan, so a lot of them are down, but now Ulan just going straight into the pikemen and just brute forcing them down. And yeah, that's a quite nice trade, of course. So many of these Ulan against so few pikemen. again splitting off his pikemen, which means that a few are here chasing away those Yulan, but a few are just in his base, getting killed off, losing another villager, and that's quite lost quite a few villagers and pikemen so far. Alligator is now already aging. Musketeer still needs a little bit more time, so yeah, going to be quite hard for Musketeer to hold in the third age here, I think. This is definitely a big... I think Alligator is definitely ahead here with his Yulan mass of 16, and he can just go straight into the army of Musketeer and kill it off. Only the 6 pikemen are here, but I think he will just send some things like 8 skirmishers against the pikes, and then Musketeer will have a hard time dealing with it, especially since he only has the 1 barracks and no stable yet, so no riders coming out for him, except for the cards that he can send, of course. Looks like Yulan going forward, all 16 of them now going in and going to kill off some more villagers, maybe try to take some units out before Musketeer is actually aging, and then trying to catch the units that are coming out of the town center. They are right now also veteran, so these Yulans are definitely a force to be reckoned with, and even 5 skirmishers coming out and 8 being sent are here still in his base. So Alligator got quite a good military population here. As you can see, 51 military pop against the few units Musketeer has, so let's see what he can do against this. Pikemen going in against the Yulan, trying to scare them away again, saving his trading post, which is nice, but skirmishers now coming forward and can take a few shots at the pikeman if he's not careful. Going to be shooting at the villagers actually, but no villager going down. Pikeman is going down, another one, and another villager going down. There are a few riders here now, but still the skirmishers are on the field, and even a lot more skirmishers now coming in, and it's going to be really hard for Musketeer to hold this. Only a few pikemen against all the cavalry, and he's got no answer to the skirmishers so far, so I think Alligator is definitely ahead in this game so far, and he should be able to turn this advantage into a victory pretty easily by going in with his army. Yulan now going forward, going to be split around the town center, straight on the skirmishers, taking down the skirmishers very easily, and after this Musketeer's army is basically dead, and I think it's going to be GG. And there are the Minutemen a little bit late, I think. Even more villagers going down. Alligator definitely ahead economy wise and military wise at this point in the game, and I don't think there's anything Musketeer can do to come back from this. He did send 1000 wood, but I think he should have sent something like 8 skirms or 7 Reuter or 4 hussar before that. Now 4 hussars are coming out, but not gonna do too much damage against this huge batch of military units from Alligator. So there we have the GG from the first game, and it's now 1-0 for Aligator92. Nicely done, Alligator. Going to go out immediately. I lost my connection to ESO. I hope I can log back in. Looks like I can. I'll wait for them to log back in. Oh, other funny name, he says, which is quite funny. Alligator has to pick first here. And looks like Chrissy wants to join me in this new game, which is awesome. Gonna welcome Chrissy here. Hey Chrissy, can you hear me?
I can indeed hear you. Hello.
Alright. Hello, good evening. So
Good
welcome.
evening indeed.
Yeah, already got one game underway. I think you have seen it, but
I was watching it a little bit, yes, but I wasn't paying very much attention.
okay. So, well, this is a best of 3, so it's only 1 or 2 more games. It's now match point for Alligator. So going into this second game, Alligator versus Musketeer. Oh, I actually didn't see the civilizations. Looks like I see a Aztec, but what's going
Aztec versus India.
Alright, okay. Very interesting, very aggressive civs on this this map.
Yeah, no TPs here, of course. Star Desert. Well, technically speaking, there's a native TP, but you know let's not count it as a TP.
Yeah, exactly. No, I think most times when people talk about trading posts, they are talking about, of course, the XP thingies.
Yeah, the trade line or whatever the official name for that thing is.
Yeah. Let's see. Well, yeah, I can check the hunts, but both of them have no hunts, so I guess that's fair. That's just how this map
I feel like Alligator has significantly less no hunt than Musketeer here.
Well, a little bit, but not significant. I mean, he's got access.
Yeah, it's like you have this cluster of 4, which rivals with this cluster of 4, so it's more or less even. I mean, it's Star Desert, so.
Yeah. So both of these civs are very aggressive in nature. I mean, Aztecs, especially India, can do some definitely some economy styles, but I think on this map they will definitely go for an aggressive build just because of how the map works. And yeah, let's see how it plays
I would
out.
imagine an aggro fort right here just to defend these 2 hunts, which is basically half the hunt on the map.
Yeah, or maybe something like right here for the elephant hunt and the ibex hunt. We will have to see. Looks like picking off 90 wood right away. Definitely nice start for the India.
Oh yeah, they sure love their wood treasures. That's almost an entire villager. Oh, and even more wood treasures over there as well.
Yeah,
very
we've
nice.
got one in his base and the last one here in the north. So that's basically the good treasures. Looks like Alligator actually trying to go in, but too late.
Yeah, actually converting one of these Mongol riders, which have 270 hit points.
Yeah,
which is actually more than the Explorer.
Oh yeah, that's actually insane. Only got 8 ranged attack, but still, that's going to do a lot of damage against this hero, and this hero is probably going down. It is... I don't know if it's...
The Mongol rider actually beats the Explorer 1v1, I'm pretty sure.
No, they do extra damage against Guardians. They do like...
No, the Indians actually do less to Guardians because they have the splash. So they have a 0.5 against Guardians. Wait, no, never mind. That's
no, that's against heroes.
Never mind, yeah.
So yeah.
I'm silly.
But one of the heroes is already down, and maybe another one going down. No, it's
that one's too close to the DC. He can't chase that.
Yes.
Who won the first game, by the way?
Alligator won the first game, so it's 1-0 for him against our musketeer guy here. 60 foot picking up for Alligator. Of course, it's going to be really hard macro for Musketeer here. I hope he can get out a decent H-up time. He doesn't probably like the chests of gold in first age. On the other hand, Aztecs can't use them either, so...
Yeah, until either of them gets a market, that coin is pretty wasted. Or they can save it to help the early colonial production.
Yeah, for sure.
When the in-base wood treasure attempted here by Alligator, but I'm pretty sure that's in vision, so Musketeer could easily sneak one of his villagers there and try to steal it.
Yeah, he's doing that now. He's going in with his villager.
Wait, what? No, he's just changing to a different tree, never mind.
Yeah, that's quite a mistake. Trying to stomp, but not successfully, and the 50 wood is for Alligator.
Yeah, that villager could have totally stolen that, actually. I'm not sure why he decided not to.
I don't know either, but Alligator already aging up. Of course, Aztecs are so fast with their age up. Even got
with the messenger as well, so...
Yeah, with villagers on the dance, so trying to get out a lot of XP during age up instead of gathering resources, so definitely going for...
They can't dance for War Priest until age 2, right?
Yeah, only in age 2 they can dance for War Priest, and it takes so long. That's just... They're like it's so... insanely long, but maybe he's actually going to do it. He's going on the the pit with so many villagers. Now, I think
with this many villagers, it pretty much has to be war priests.
Well, maybe you can see from the color of the flames what dance they are doing, but I never figured it out.
I don't think so. I don't know, a couple of them you can see in the scoreboard, like the attack dance, but we should be able to see it soon enough, though.
First it was like blue flames, and now it's red flames, and I think it's a different dance, but...
yeah, it might be.
To be honest, what Alligator...
yeah, he ships 3 warrior priests as well as his first card, so it's obviously a war priest boom here.
Okay, so we have a boom from Alligator. Well, Musketeer is making an aggro fort in his base with 2 villagers. I hope Musketeer does something a little bit aggressively with his units, like ship 5 sepoy and then train another 5 and go in. Because this boom...
And yeah, we do see the first war priest actually pop out a couple of seconds ago. So...
Yeah.
And there's another one.
Yeah, with so many villagers it of course doesn't take so long, but still it's so much wasted resources, just...
He actually converted another Mongol rider here, so he's doing a very good job at just scouting, seeing what the India player is doing, and he did see the in-base aggro fort. So he's probably like rubbing his hands together, haha, right where I want you. Doing my
for sure.
Silly boom.
Already got a lot of warrior priests out. Now building a warhead from the 700 wood he shipped, also in base. So don't know what he's going to do with all these. Everything is in base. Only got 1 hunt left, so he needs to push out.
I think in the market as well.
Definitely going very.
So yeah, Aztec is just going to boom very hard here.
More houses. Going up for Alligator, trying to form some kind of wall. Let's see what Musketeer is doing. Getting some market upgrades. His cards here are going to be very important. I'm hoping for something like just 600 wood for a lot of market tech. Maybe... Yeah.
I'm not sure if he'll send 600 wood, because if you look, like, he actually is chopping a lot of wood at the moment. So I think he wants to not ship 600 wood and just... Oh, no, never mind. There's a 600 wood. So yeah, he just wants a lot of wood apparently. I mean, his villagers do cost wood, of course. But yeah, maybe some Rajputs, who knows?
Yeah, he doesn't need so many villagers on wood just to keep up villager production. As you can see here, the flames are red-blue again, and I think this is just going to be XP dance since he has 10 warrior priests. So I think we should be able to know the dance they are doing from the flame color. So we know red is warrior priest.
Oh yeah, that's definitely experience. His experience is going up super fast.
Yeah, and now sending even more villagers. So this is definitely going to be some kind of boom. Very interesting to use his villagers to build warrior priests.
I feel like these Gurkha can be a little bit more proactive here. I mean, he does need to be worried about Coyote, I suppose, but he has the elephants to scout for that.
Yeah, I would like him to
like, he could at least prevent the herding of this hunt. I'm pretty sure he has that scouted, so he should know that Aztecs started herding that. He can quite easily just quickly poke in with his Gurkha a bit to scare that villager away. Especially now that he sees the 5 Puma.
Yeah, and now he's going forward, looks like. No, just scouting around a little bit. Stable added by Musketeer, so maybe something Gurkha Zambrak based, which is quite interesting, I think. Definitely a good composition.
I'm not sure why Alligator is going so heavy on the Puma. Like, India is not going to Sawar semi-FF or something. That's just not something they do. Sawars are not good enough for that.
Yeah, but maybe Zambarok is his answer to the second age units of Aztecs. Diplomatic intrigue is here now. Let's see. He's with the Ottoman, so it's going to be...
he's just gonna counter boom, I guess.
Yes, exactly. Going to ship the... Maybe he's going to ship the Hussars, and then he's definitely in a good position here, I think. But maybe he's going for the villagers and going to counter boom indeed. Let's see at the attacks being researched. It's going to be the villagers.
Also getting more of his market upgrades. Oh, if Elephant can scout the 10 maze there. Oh, nope, never mind. I like how this Mongol rider just ignored him.
Being stumped. And Musketeer not popping out just yet. I want him really to be a little bit more aggressive. He's... Well, yeah, he doesn't have the military lead, but...
Or what he's doing. Yeah, but like so much of Aztecs' army population is in these 10 Puma.
600
These are
gold
practically worthless.
for Alligator, so probably even more Puma coming out, or maybe trying to send it twice and go H up, but...
Yeah, now that the second batches of mace have popped out, it's a bit too late for Musketeer to try and push out though. 20 mace is a lot.
Yeah, for
Probably
sure.
going to be 25 soon.
Puma
and Musketeer can now make turtle soup, so that's a big advantage. Turtle soup is delicious.
Yeah, definitely. Only thing he needs is turtles, and we're in the middle of a desert, so I don't think it will be too useful for him.
Yeah, that's true.
But 2 Zambaroks are out, but he definitely needs a lot more units to contest this army of Alligator. I hope he sends some units forward to scout around a little bit. Alligator is just sending more units now. 9 mace are out. He even made more Puma from the gold he shipped, and he's going to be attacking here.
These Zambaraks are a weird unit choice in my opinion.
Yeah,
like, they don't deal with Coyote too well, and
well,
like if you're worried about Coyote, why not just make Seaboy?
Yeah, exactly. Looks like a villager going down here by this army. Going to clash into each other. Gurkha's definitely a nice attribution here, but 28 Mesa Hottens is a lot, so he definitely needs more. He's almost
Gurkha do beat the Mace Hut in 1v1 though, but there's a lot of mace.
Yeah, he's almost got 400 export, and then he can send the Hussar, I think.
Oh, but there's 5 Coyote here now. The Zambaraks are focusing on Maito, and these Coyotes are carded as well actually, so they have extra hit points, I believe.
Oh yeah, Coyote runner speed and hit points.
Extra hit points and extra speed.
Minutemen are out, so actually didn't go for the Gardeners here, but for the Minutemen.
Sentries being popped and the Ottoman Minutemen, yeah, and he is going to push this back quite nicely. And these sentries actually are faster than anything Aztec has here besides the Puma, so these can snare the mace so that Gurkha and the Minutemen can catch up and get shots off.
Yeah, definitely a very good choice by Musketeer here. He should be able to push it back now. Even 5 Sowers out, and that is huge. Definitely can do a lot of damage.
I think there's enough Puma to deal with this still, but...
Yeah, but if he picks them off...
every time he fights the Sowars, then the Gurkha and the Minutemen get shots off.
Indeed, and they've got a lot of range, so I think Musketeer should be able to push out now a little bit. Did you know what building he lost here? Which building the Puma sieged?
The market, because he does not have a market anymore, and I know for sure he has market upgrades.
Oh yeah, that is the market. Okay, so I think that is fine since
But
he
did
did.
get all the important upgrades, so he's fine. Wait, no, never mind. He's missing Imperial Bureaucracy, but that one's kind of ambitious to get versus Aztec anyway. But he might need it because Aztec is actually really in a good position economy-wise.
Yeah, for sure.
Musketeer shipping the Dravidian martial arts. I'm not sure why he's shipping that over camel attack.
All hand attacks do more damage. Yeah, he's only got camels. And the camel attack card.
I mean, technically speaking, everything else has melee attack as well, but
yeah,
I feel like camel attack is just better because it also buffs the Zamorax. So
Gurkha now do 6 point something damage instead of just 6, so that's great for him. Looks like Alligator going to go out again, but I don't know if it's going to be.
I don't think he has enough mace for this.
Yeah, I think the Sours going forward, definitely nice for him. Should take them back once the Pumas come in. Pumas in a nice spot. Coyote
so
runners.
many Coyote here.
Yeah, that's awful. The Coyotes runners right on top of all the Gurkha and not enough anti-cavalry here for Musketeer.
And this is why camel attack would have been better. Like his Zamorax would now do more damage to the Coyote.
Yeah, and of course I think a Sepoy Gurkha composition would have worked a lot better. Basically one of the things Aztec really isn't that good against is a Musketeer skirm based composition, I feel, and he just lacked it a lot, and Alligator definitely ahead in this match here.
Yeah, for sure. It's going to be very difficult for Musketeer to get a mass out again to deal with the Aztec army.
Yeah, I don't think it's even going to happen. He's got 10 warrior priests also doing a red dance right now. So this is.
He's on attack dance.
Yeah, he's the attack dance. So I like how the color changes, so the casters can at least see what dance they are doing.
And 600 coin being shipped again by Aztec, really abusing his infinite shipment card.
Yeah, sending it twice. Definitely interesting mechanic here. You don't see it too often. Stable down here. And this is quickly going to be a victory for Alligator, I think.
4 Sours being shipped, and a decent number of the pikemen has been taken care of, but these 7, well, there were 8, now 7, now 6. I mean, he is losing them, so maybe these Sours can do enough here, but even then, like, these Coyote are pretty good against Sours.
Yeah, 20 Coyote is quite huge.
Oh, never mind, the Coyote actually just tried to beat the... Wait, no, never mind, that's the Zamorak I have selected. Yeah, never mind. Don't beat a Sour. The Sours are not quite that bad.
But still, 20 of them. Now 30 of them. Another 10 just popped out. And that is definitely going to be another 600 gold by Alligator. Of course, he's got his hero with him, so he gets so much XP from everything he kills. He keeps getting shipments.
Yeah, just look at how much experience he's getting.
There it is.
And Musketeer does call GG.
GG, so it's 2-0 for Aligator92. Congrats to Alligator. Oh, I don't write Alligator there. But yeah, going to be going to the next round, the round of 32, I believe.
Yeah, Musketeer actually outgathered Alligator throughout most of that game, but I feel like his composition choice just wasn't the greatest.
Exactly. And in terms of resources,
I understand why you want to go Skirm Goon. It's a really strong composition. But the problem is, like, Zamorax, they get sniped so easily by the mace when you have nothing to, like, punish the mace for going forward. So when you're going Skirm Goon, the mace just, like, run forward and kill your Zamorax, and then Coyote run in and kill everything.
Yeah.
I mean, with Sepoy, you kind of have the same problem, I suppose, but Sepoy have a lot more hit points than Zamorax do.
Yeah, Sepoys are very cost-effective units, and very good in this matchup also, I think. So yeah, that was the series. I think I'm gonna go out now here. Done a lot of talking.
Yeah, you've been casting for a while.
Yeah, like 3.5 hours, I think. So only thing I saw, Ricky says I could play. Also see a room called Fight Night. So there may be things happening. You can take over the stream if you want, if anything's happening.
I'm not sure what's going on. I was just happily chatting with Myro and Haza and Wicked when suddenly it was like, hey, can someone co-cast?
Okay. Well, anyways, I'm gonna leave it to you and to the rest of the casters and the media team here, because I'm gonna go out and definitely need a break for a little bit. Maybe I'll hang around in chat, but yeah, we'll see you later.
Good night, everyone, and thanks for watching.
Yeah, for sure. We had a lot of good games in the Nusha Bar versus Kaiser Klein. Also, the last two games were quite funny. And yeah, want to thank you all for watching and chatting and donating and just being there for us in general. We broke the viewer record, I believe, with around 360 viewers. Definitely an amazing amount for this 10-year-old game. So thank you a lot. And we'll see you all later.